Hey, how's it going, guys? Jackson here with Toasty DIY, and today I'm going to be upgrading my girlfriend's setup. So, yeah, pretty sweet little setup. I got this desk basically from like a wholesaler, completely put together for about $100, and it's actually a really nice desk. I mean, I would assume this was probably a $300-400 desk. Originally, full back plate and everything, and it weighs like a ton, which typically when a desk weighs a lot, it means that it's high quality. The PC though, a little bit dated. I built it not super long ago, but it was kind of on a budget. It has an RX 580 with an A320 motherboard, I believe 16 gigs of RAM. The biggest thing holding it back is it has a Ryzen 3 1200 in it, and that's like the non-AF. That's just one of the original 1200. It was a true quad core, so pretty old. Also dual monitors. On the downside though is one of them is 24 and one's like 21 and a half, and it's pretty low quality. So we have a whole lot of replacement stuff. Here's my beautiful little setup, which hopefully hers will be on par soon. So what we have here is we have, first and most importantly, a Ryzen 5 2600X. So this is a 6-core 12-threaded processor. These things are absolutely amazing. Right now you cannot get like the 3600 or anything like that. So 2600X is more than enough for, just playing all the games and maybe even doing some streaming. We have the Cooler Master Liquid ML240L V2 RGB, really awesome liquid cooler. It is going in an MBL case, so that'll work out perfectly. Small cat, hello. We have a monitor. This is a 23-inch Acer monitor, which should match pretty nicely with that one over there. I tried to go with like a similar stand and everything. This one's 75 hertz, so it's IPS 75 hertz, 1 millisecond response time, and I got it for a decent deal. I think it was like 110, 120 bucks. So, it's budget, but it'll be better for gaming than that one, because that one is years old. That one's like a 60 hertz, and I assumed just 1920 by 1080, 24-inch. And then lastly, we have a gaming chair because, hey, gotta be a gamer, gotta have a gamer chair. This is the GT099 Black from GT Racing. It's a pretty basic chair. It honestly just looks dead up like one of these two chairs. It's all black. Pretty good build quality though. I think that's actually what Zach uses at the office. So, for about 160, 170 bucks, you really can't complain. I think I'm gonna put this thing in time-lapse mode and start upgrading. All right, so I got the PC upgraded and looking pretty good. That cooler was a little bit of a struggle to get on because I had to go all the way to the office just to get the brackets that the stock AMD coolers come with, but when you put those Wraith coolers on, you take those off, and well, I had none at home. So yeah, had to drive all the way to the office for that, but other than that, it looks good. Running relatively quiet. These fans up front are still pretty loud because they're not PWM controlled or anything, but it does appear to have taken the Ryzen 2600 all right, which we'll go ahead and load up the BIOS and make sure. Yep, Ryzen 2600, 6-core. The Cooler Master 240 mil are actually ARGB. The ones in this case are just regular non-addressable RGB, so they have the 3-pin as opposed to the 4-pin. So it was really dumb I wasn't able just to use all the same hub. I had to actually use 2 different hubs. That's why one is just like on a smooth RGB and the other one is on a smooth as well, but like transitional RGB. We got the webcam set up, and actually it's pretty decent quality. I'm not gonna do it much justice right now because the lighting in here is awful, but like there's not a ton of lag even with low lighting. 1080p, I mean, and I haven't even touched, I just plugged it in, so it really doesn't look too bad at all. The colors are fairly accurate, so I think with some color correction and some good lighting, yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'll have a link in the description for that. I almost totally forgot too, I also got these Roccat Elo 7.1 Airs. Pretty nice wireless 7.1 channel earphones. They do have RGB on the side as well, so I think she'll be pretty happy with these too. All right, well, after a whole lot of work, it wasn't really too bad. It took about, 2 hours to do the upgrades and put this chair together, get everything else in here. But yeah, these headphones though, really awesome. Obviously you can use them wired, they just use Type-C, or you can use them wireless, and there is a USB adapter in the back there, so you can just disconnect them anytime and they'll last about, I think it's like a week or so. And I assume that's with continuous use, and they have RGB, so that's pretty cool. But overall though, build is looking pretty nice. The chair really ties everything together. You know, it gives it a more gamer aesthetic, but it's still pretty minimalistic to an extent. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it, and I think she'll like it too. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a little like, and don't forget to comment and subscribe as well, and we'll see you on the next one.